Is this what y'all been waiting for? Ciao. Hi loves, I wanted to welcome you back to my channel. I'm Helecia, but the girls call me Lee. And if you're new here, I make videos on fashion, travel, beauty, and natural hair. So if that's your vibe, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, tap that. Thank you. Y'all, I really didn't even realize that it's been 2 months since I shared my last designer dupe video where I was basically just encouraging you guys to buy the dupe. But I also told you that my next designer dupe video was gonna be about you, all about you. And we're here now. This is what this is. In that last video, I told you guys to comment anything that you actually wanted me to find the dupe for. And y'all left no crumbs, baby. Y'all was Twitter fingering it. So I've been doing the research to compile the list of all of the dupes that you guys requested. Now, before we get into the dupes, because this is going to be a rapid fire type of video, I wanted to clarify what a dupe is because I got several comments that were leaning more towards replicas. Now, dupes don't necessarily have the labels, i.e. monograms, prints, things like that. The stitching is a bit different. The material might be different. The pattern might be different. The shape may be altered. That is what is considered a dupe. If you're looking for something that has the exact monogram, material, stitching, that would be considered a replica. If you're a gate girly, then you'll find those items on there. I've never shopped on the gate, so I'm not gonna give you any recommendations from any sites that I've never been on. You feel me? Feel me? You feel me? Now let's get into it. This is roughly 20 plus items in no particular order based on the comments that you guys left. The Celine ID necklace, number one, love this item. It is considered a vintage or archival item, so even if you were to try to purchase the real version of this, it would be difficult to find. However, I found several dupes. I found one dupe on Etsy, and most of these dupes are coming in at about $150 or less. I also found another dupe on Nordstrom Rack. Get into it. At one point, Zara did actually have a dupe. Sherry asked for the Schiaparelli keyhole earrings. Easy. Now, I know I told y'all I didn't shop on the gate, but I do shop on AliExpress, and I have seen these on AliExpress, so if I can find them again, I'm gonna link them. However, again, Etsy coming in for the wham bam thank you ma'am. You're gonna hear a lot about Etsy in this video. I did find them on there, but I knew that they're cheaper on AliExpress. The brown face bee, I saw your comment, sis. The Coach Kiss Lock bag. I actually got several comments about this bag, and I want to say one thing to Coach. You're missing an opportunity because this bag is one of probably the most popular bags of 2025, and I don't understand why Coach is not releasing more of these bags. Nonetheless, I have a dupe. The first brand is going to be from Just Land. Just Land is a Mexican-owned brand, and they did go up on the price, but they drop their version of the Kiss Lock bags often. However, these bags sell out very quickly. They're coming in at right under $300, but I know when I first saw the bag, they were about $250. So that just goes to show this could be tariffs or just taxes and like the demand for the bag that has caused a raise in price, but they definitely have the bag, and they're coming out with cooler prints. I even saw like a cowhide version of it on their website, so just check that out. Also, you have Etsy, but on Etsy, I wasn't able to find like a lot of really cool colors, but on Etsy they're also a lot cheaper and not as large. Just Land, you're gonna have to low-key high-key stalk the website, but Coach, do better. Launch some more. The girls want them. The Margiela side split jeans. Y'all know these jeans have been popular for years at this point, and I do actually own 2 pairs of these jeans, and as many times as people have said that these jeans are dupeable, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't really feel like they are. You can get similar versions, but it's just not gonna give Mason Margiela. However, I'm not encouraging you to spend $500, $600, $700, $800 on a pair of jeans. I'm not encouraging that. So I did find 2 that debatable dupes. Let's just say that. First one is gonna be from Zara. Zara is actually the one that I think is closest to this, but these jeans are distressed and the Margiela jeans are not, and I think that's part of what makes them what they are. However, similar fit and style. For $70, you're just gonna have to deal with a little bit more distressing. It is what it is. The other pair I found at Revolve from Cowgirl Straight, still here. Now, I love these. These are are really, really cute, but the cutout is a lot lower, and you know, it's stitched differently. It's much more detailed. Also, these jeans are still fairly expensive, coming in at $280 before tax. The last pair is gonna be Hanifa. Again, the slit is way lower. It's even lower in the jeans, and the jeans are still somewhere in between $200–300, but they are on sale at the moment. And Hanifa is a black-owned brand, and they have really cool colors, so pick your poison. Next, CJ wanted the Hermes Kelly bag. I want to say that there was something else in the comment that was mentioned about another Hermes bag, and I got a good one for you, okay? Because I know if you're gonna do like a Hermes dupe, you really want good quality. The Vault label. The Vault label is a black-owned brand, and they do a lot of like Hermes-y. That should be another word. I like that, Hermes-y dupes, and they also add in some color, and then they put the bags on sale as well sometimes. Check out the Vault label. The Styling Twin said that she bought the Margot bag from Amazon. Now, in my last video, I mentioned the Roll Margot bag dupe. Y'all, I have the dupe, and the dupe is from Steve Madden, and it is a good dupe. Do not get the Amazon version. Just go ahead and go over to Uncle Steve. Y'all, we just saw the interview with Steve Madden. Let me just insert the clip.
What do you say to folks who say that Steve Madden is a knockoff brand?
It's like calling the Beatles a knockoff band, because they would take a little bit from Motown and a little bit from Elvis. We designed tons of shoes, but you know, there's been the odd little shoe that I've nicked here and there.
I want to play a game.
Sure.
I'm going to show you some shoes. You tell me if you know who the originator is.
All right.
So this became a very big trend.
Oh, this was great.
Hold on, back up.
Was this Aaliyah?
Aliyah. Good job.
It is,
Yes.
right? Do you think that some of my girls even know who Aaliyah is?
Yeah, they know the name.
Yeah.
This is the next one. I know you know this one, Steve.
I have made so many of these shoes. Obviously, we know who it is. This is one of the greatest shoes in the world. We changed it a little bit.
Who's the originator?
It's Hermes.
Hermes. Okay, good. 2 for 2. You know. A third classic.
Come on. Silly girl. So I love those shoes. Those inspired by Chanel, some of those shoes.
Inspired by, okay, Good job. Okay, this one.
This is not a copy. We do
Stop.
a lot of, no, it's not.
Okay.
We do a lot of versions of the shoe, many more than they do.
Who's they?
Gucci, of course.
Good job. Okay,
And,
3 for 3.
We do our own versions of these shoes.
You just don't have fur on yours.
I love the fur.
Yeah.
I have made it with fur.
This one's more contemporary, but somebody at your
sort of
company is genius for doing this.
You think this is a genius shoe?
Yeah, because the original $790 and it's for
What?
plastic.
I know.
So like somebody needed to make it in a more reasonable way.
Really? It's a very cute shoe. They should run out and buy it.
You know it?
Is it the Row?
Good job. You do know.
Oh, okay. All right. The shoe's different. It's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah, but you do know these. These are
Please, it's not the same. I try not to do them exact, and we do get influenced with, you know, a $700 plastic shoe. Come on. Give me a break. I have no idea about this shoe.
You said that about all of them.
I always say that.
Which one's this?
I really don't know.
Miu Miu.
Is that Miu Miu?
Yeah.
What a great brand Miu Miu is.
Yeah. Okay, 4 to 5.
It's not bad.
Steve Madden really ate that right up, and I really love how he owns up to who he is. To me, it's like, just show your true colors. He's not trying to hide, and I love the honesty behind him. And so speaking of that honesty, this is his dupe, and it is divine. Uncle Steve will forever be a friend of mine. Love me some Steve Madden. Pumpkin, let's talk about it, because you wanted the Jacquemus, la veste, the blazer. Sis, that blazer is so intricate. I've seen dupes of that blazer in the past, like a couple of years ago when it initially launched, but I'm gonna tell you right now, with pieces that are that detailed, dramatic, the dupes are gonna be ill-fitting. I can almost guarantee it. If you really want that blazer, put you some coins aside and baby, just get the real thing, because that dupe is gonna be a waste of your time, your energy, and your money. For truth in living, you asked me for the Neverfull Monogram. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's a replica. However, I did find a dupe for that bag. No monogram, but pretty much just emulates the shape of the bag from Rebecca Minkoff. And it is the Megan tote. The shape is very similar. The quality is going to be there. And this is still like a contemporary luxury brand. If you want the actual monogram, then again, that's going to be something for the gate girlies. Brenza, Miss Brenza. You said you really wanted the Miu Miu bag. I got you. I wasn't actually sure which Miu Miu bag you were talking about. However, I think I have an idea, so you could just tell me if you and I are on the same page. But here's the dupes that I found for the Miu Miu bag that I think that you were referring to. This bag is on Revolve from the brand 8 Other Reasons, coming in at less than $100. She's cute, right? I also have the Coach Topia Alter Ego bag. Coach is gonna give you quality. And then this last one is this Aqua or Aki East West bag, and this one is coming in under $100, but I don't think that it is real leather. So hopefully we're on the same page, and hopefully I got that covered for you. Ashley, when she walked past me, look at that skirt, because you wanted the Hermes sheer skirts. The last Hermes runway featured tons and tons of sheer pieces, and honestly, I almost missed the ball on this one because H&M dropped that summer collection that was like sheer everything. But of course, y'all know how H&M do. Okay, they like to play in our faces with these collections, and that collection is sold out. I did find a couple of other pieces. However, the sheer skirts is a very popular thing, and a lot of the ones that I do find, they sell out quickly. So, but I have this sheer skirt, amazing. Sorry, I had to come on and do a voiceover. So all of the options that I found are actually now only at Zara. But Zara has a range of sheer dresses and skirts that recently launched with a new collection. And any other sheer skirts, I did have one from ASOS, but it did sell out because I've been sharing it in quite a few videos. I'll leave them linked. The Chan, you wanted the Valentino Cherry collection. When you say collection, like, do you want the whole line? Like, what does that mean? But when I did the research on it, I was able to find a Coach collection, and it's literally a cherry collection. So if you're looking for like bags and accessories with cherries on them, just go to Coach. The quality is in Coach. Just go to Coach. A cute department. That's kind of cute. You asked for the LV Pouchette Metis, and I found, now that one was monogrammed, but I found the Coach Cassie bag, and to me, the shape of those two bags are the same. And then instead of canvas, you get leather, and it's right under about $300. So if you're just into that shape of the bag, Coach, go to Coach, go to Coach, go to Coach. Selena, Toteme mid-heel boot. This one was easy. Okay, you're gonna go on Tony Bianco. Tony Bianco is kind of like a, I don't want to relate them to Steve Madden, but they do dupe-ish pieces, but it's always real leather. I have several Tony Bianco shoes, and you're gonna search the Verona boot. It's $250, way cheaper than Toteme, and the quality is going to be there. So 10 out of 10. Legally Alley TV. You wanted Vivienne Westwood. Now, when you say Vivienne Westwood, well, you talk, I mean, Vivienne Westwood sells a lot. I'm gonna assume the jewelry, right? So eBay, Amazon or eBay, $80, $100 or less. You can even do use Vivienne Westwood pieces, because when I think Vivienne Westwood, it's only a couple of things that come to mind. Corsets, the pearl necklaces. You also asked me about the Hebo t-shirt. I think that was the specific one. Now, basically, this is like a draped t-shirt. I low-key high-key feel like you could make this, but I did find something similar on And Other Stories, and it's a draped front t-shirt. And then ASOS has a cinch side t-shirt, and it's on ASOS design, and that one is about $30. Now, neither one of these are exactly like the Vivienne Westwood version, but they would do the job, and it's a t-shirt. I had several comments. This is one of my favorite bags, about the Jacquemus fold over bag. Hold on, let me get the bag. This bag right here. You guys want this bag, and I will tell you this is my favorite bag, but I do want to give you like a little bit of an update on this bag, because this bag is not real leather. This Jacquemus bag, this is not real leather. I don't know what material this is, but it's not real leather, and I'm having issues with the bag. So I'm gonna tell you, possibly don't order the bag because of whatever material this is. I'll have to look on the website. This bag is peeling. I wear it a lot, and there had to have been some type of coating on this metallic to make it like super mirror. And where I hold the bag at the top, a film that is peeling off of the bag. I noticed it in New Orleans. I'm not sure if it's maybe like a chemical reaction to like an oil or something that I had on my skin, or if it's just from overuse of carrying the bag because I carry the bag, but it is peeling and I'm quite disappointed. This dupe that I'm about to show you, I'm actually gonna go get me one myself, and it's from JW Pay, and it's super cute. The detailing is slightly different because there's two different things on the end, but I think one of them is like a leaf, but it comes in several different colors. It's a little bit smaller, but it has the exact same effect, and it's about $120. And a not real bag to another not real bag. They do not have metallic silver, but they have tons and tons of other color options. This one was about the hardest dupe to find, baby. Y'all see me on a dummy mission. I swear I spent days on this, and it is the YSL I Care tote. The dupes for this, for real, don't exist. So I want to put that out as a disclaimer before I share what I found, because I don't want y'all coming for me and saying you didn't do your job. Yes, I did. I ran in and out of that internet, and what I found was disappointing, but I'm gonna share it anyways. We have an ASOS beach tote that was like, it was more so, I want to say this one was more so like the raffia version, because there's more than one version of the bag, but I'm pretty sure that you guys wanted the quilted leather tote version of that bag. And I found the Marcella NY Elmhurst bag. I could not find no leather versions of this bag. When it comes to quilted real leather, it is very difficult to find without going into a luxury brand. The only other brand that is even slightly affordable that I know does quilted leather is Coach. This bag was hard to find. However, they got it on the gate. Do what you will with that information. The other one that was very difficult to find, but I kind of did, you know, I did like a little something on this one, just a little bit. Several of you asked me about the Ganni or Ganni, depending on where you're from. Is right either way. I've asked the associates. Cropped trench coat. Now this coat, I think is like $600. I don't know why. I did find a version of this on Meshki. I told you we had forgotten about Meshki. We be sleeping on Meshki. Now the real difference in it is that it has a double belting. Honestly, I would just buy the double belting or purchase two belts, you know, and double them up yourself to get that effect. And that way you can kind of interchange how the belt looks. It's dupe adjacent. Heart and Mind Academy, girl, you wanted the YSL slippers. We're going back to our uncle. Yes, Uncle Steve, because he has the Rafe black leather slippers. It's very similar. It's pretty much the same. The Burberry trench coat, y'all, I actually have one from my mother. It's truly, 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 truly a vintage Burberry trench coat, but this coat is very easy to find for sure. The only difference is that the Burberry one has the Burberry print lining in the inside, but from the outside of the coat you can't tell it's Burberry. You can only tell when you open that thing up. You can actually find them on eBay and ThreadUp, the real Burberry trench coat, for like a couple of $100s. So if you get a vintage or older version of it, you can just have the real thing. You ain't even got to dupe it. Some of these pieces have been around for so long and they're so classic that there's no reason to dupe it. Just go on eBay or ThreadUp. ThreadUp is it's like an online thrift store. So you can go in there, grab you a coat, the real thing. Michelle, come to the front because you wanted the Fendi Sunshine tote. Now, the thing about this, when I did my research on it, this is really just a square structured tote. The only real difference is, you know, how Fendi does that particular handle and it said Fendi on it, right? Now, obviously, I didn't come up with that version. Quince has a medium convertible satchel is what they're calling it, and it's really affordable and it's leather. And then Rebecca Minkoff has the Darren tote and it's about $430. It's also real. So there you go. If you wanted to say Fendi, get on eBay. Okay, Japanese eBay. Now y'all know y'all wrong for this, but I saw several comments about the Chanel 25. I was like, what is that? I had to go look that up, y'all. That is one of the most intricate Chanel bags that I have seen in my life. I was thinking it was gonna be like a little Chanel flap. You know, people do those. No. So the only dupe that I found of this was on AliExpress. It is not leather. The logo's botched. It's like two zeros that cross over each other. I wouldn't personally wear it. However,
Our quilted medium 25 is reselling for over $10,000, so we've sourced it online. classic one that literally is reselling for $10,500 used. Actually stunning. You don't even want to know what I paid for it. Stickers are still on. Here, you can fit a laptop in this. It's literally perfect.
It is Chanel 25 adjacent. This last one is another failure, y'all. I could not. I tried and I tried and I tried to find a dupe for this bag. The YSL, what is this, lunchbox, tote? You guys know I got this in Venice. There is no dupes out here for this. There might be one on the gate. Again, I don't know, but it didn't even come up in my search for that. But I'm not saying that it does not exist somewhere as a replica. I just could not find it. I was unsuccessful at finding this. And this is, again, such a unique piece. I feel like this is a piece that's going to be very difficult to dupe. So you could get this on the pre-love market, but baby, this might have to be one of your investment pieces, because as of now, and this bag has been out for quite some time, I have not been able to find anything like this, and I regret to inform you on that. Sorry. Hopefully I covered the dupes that you guys requested. If you have a dupe that you want me to find, if you want me to do yet another version of this video, then make sure that you leave that comment down in the description bar. I'm gonna call it quits here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Drop your dupes, drop your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Check the description. Bye. Bye-bye.